How's it going, guys? Welcome to season 2 of the WHOIS podcast. Today we got Chino. How you doing?
How you doing, guys?
Easy. So tell us a bit about yourself. Like, who's Chino? What is it you doing? That sort of thing, you know?
All right. So Chino is a guy.
Right.
But on a real note, basically, I make videos on social media. I don't want to say I'm a content creator like that, but I just make videos. People like them. You know what I'm saying? Post my outfits a lot. People mess with them. Own a clothing brand too. We've done pretty decent so far. We on the up. But we're doing our thing. And yeah, I just do a lot of other stuff as well outside. Like I'm still in uni, 4th year. This shit is difficult. But all glory to God. And yeah, I'm just kind of working through that, yeah.
Nice. So tell us a bit about like, how did you get into content creation? Like, was there anything specific that you saw that you said, oh, I want to be like that? Or you just kind of like pick up the camera and start posting?
So weirdly enough, right, my first video was when I was like 8. I made a FIFA career mode. I made
on YouTube.
If you see my YouTube, I don't know if I deleted them, but I had FIFA career mode journey road to glories.
What a serious game, by the way. Just for now.
Oh, by the way, FIFA career mode back in the day, amazing. But the thing is, I was like Barcelona, like doing career modes. I literally just signed all the players that I liked. Like I signed like the pie and stuff like that. It was stupid. But did those when I was younger. Obviously, you know, that was just a weird time. After this, I think I started posting my outfits in like 2021. I made comedy vids like when I was younger, like 16, 17. A couple of them went pretty viral, to be fair. I was like in that like prime TikTok era when there was like people were doing like the renegade and all that.
And
I was
dances.
just making videos for the sake of it, just because I was bored.
Yeah.
And then I would say it'd be around 2023. I was posting videos like dumps here and there, but then like December time, 2023, I just locked in and started posting like more seriously. And from there, bro, just kind of took over. Yeah. And like it was a slow thing. It was like my following just kept going up and up and up and up. I was enjoying what I was doing. Even till this day, like I think I enjoy what I'm doing. There was a period in summertime this year that I'd say I hated it, like passionately hated it, but I was still trying to post. And
why did you hate it?
To be honest, right, it felt like I'd been doing it, like I hadn't really gotten any recognition for what I'd done, in a sense. And I think I was comparing myself to others, so I was like, oh, this guy's here and I'm not here, and da-da-da-da, like I should be here.
Yeah.
But I think at the same time, I realized like I'm in Glasgow, and I'm not trying to say as if Glasgow's like a place like it can hinder you, but I feel like I don't really have many connections in the fashion TikTok space that are like here that I can make videos with. Yeah. Whereas if you're down there and you're making videos of other guys who are also big creators, your audience to them, like it kind of like
it links to together.
Yeah. Right? So I felt like I wasn't really getting that, and I don't know. Also, summer fits. Like I feel like I didn't really have bread to really spend this summer on stuff. Yeah. I had other things I need to spend money on, so I felt like the stuff I was doing was so repetitive, and it was like I couldn't even create new ideas of fits because it was so like boring in my head of like what I had. Right. So eventually, I kind of got tired, but then I think over this winter time, I've actually like started spending more money on clothes, and I've gotten more different stuff in, and it's been a bit more enjoyable. Like I've actually enjoyed kind of using my wardrobe to the best I can. Yeah. And yeah, I think you can tell like even with my videos recently, you can see that a lot of them have been better quality than they were in summer. And yeah, it's really fun. Like I actually enjoy it. Like I try post every day. Sometimes it's a lot easier said than done. Yeah. But yeah, I've been enjoying it a lot more recently. And
like, have you always been into fashion like from young, or is it something that you kind of grew into like a bit later on in your life kind of thing?
See, I always loved like fashion. Especially streetwear. Like I loved streetwear when I was a kid, but I stayed in Aberdeen and I grew up there. Yeah. I didn't really have much bread to spend. I didn't have any bread to spend on clothes like that. Yeah. So I felt like I had a passion for a lot of these things, and I wanted to get all the cool like Supreme stuff, but again, like if your mum and dad aren't rich, you can't really buy stuff when you're like 12
some of this stuff are like BOGOs, literally like £600. Like,
and I remember in school it'd be like, I don't know, I say like I was like bullied as if it was that kind of sense, but I think because I didn't have nice gear, I did get comments about my gear a lot, and like it kind of got to a point where I just really, I think when I first started making money, I spent so much money on clothes, and I think that came from the fact that I didn't have money to ever spend back then.
So it's kind of like you trying to catch up for the times that you didn't have clothes and stuff like that.
And I was just buying stuff that I didn't even know why I was buying it. I just bought it. Like I was buying so much stuff, and it was kind of stupid, but at the same time, it's just like
it's a learning process.
Yeah, especially like then. Like I think I'm happy now that I did that period, because I'd rather do that when I'm like 18 than when I'm like 22, 23.
You know what it is? I feel like this seems to be a quite common thing, because I was the same, bro. I think like, I wouldn't say I grew up like with not having a lot of cash or anything, but I didn't grow up with like the finer things in life, you know what I'm trying to say. So when I came to uni, when I started making my money, I was like, yo, Yeezys, cop it, man. All the Supreme stuff, yeah, I'm copping all of it.
Bro.
I literally, at one point, I literally had a wall of like, I had a little like, kind of like, almost like one of these, right? And I had like Yeezys stacked up in it.
That's insane.
And I was thinking, I was like, yeah, this is cool. But then when I got older, I was like, what was I doing? Like, I was actually so corny when I think about it. Like, I'm thinking I'm that guy with this Yeezy wall. And it's just
Bro,
like, when you get older, you think it doesn't even matter. Like,
back in the day though, Yeezy,
that was that, bro. That might as well be
that's
like
a period in life, bro.
Well, B22s.
That was
basically
peak. That was peak like hype beast.
Yeah. That was streetwear at its finest.
Bro, I remember I got Oreo Yeezys. I won them in a raffle, and bear in mind, like in my area, I was the only guy that didn't have bread like that. When I got these shoes, I was that nigga, bro. I remember
going outside, like,
I wore those shoes everywhere. I've still got them to this day. They got holes and stuff all over them because I wore these shoes to everything and anything, bro. Like, I loved these shoes. Yeah. Even when they started not fitting me, I took out the soles. I was like, no, I can't lose it.
One more wear. One more.
Bro, these shoes were like these were like my Roman Empire. Is that the word? Yeah, exactly. I love them. Love them shoes, bro. But yeah, I think that's kind of where my passion for that came from. Even my mum and dad, like my dad really likes clothes too.
Yeah.
And again, like, cause money wasn't there like that, I feel like over time, like now we're a bit more stable, and I'm able to buy my dad stuff, he's able to buy me stuff, and like a lot of inspiration I take from my like dress sense from my dad, from family as well, because my dad went to university in America, so his dress sense is more Americanized, if you get what I'm saying. He dresses like an American dad. He's kind of like the kind of like New Balance trainers, like like baggier jeans. Yeah, like that's kind of vibe he's on, and he's quite. To be fair, my dad's kind of fly, low key. I'm like, I can't believe I'm saying that, but, like he's low key kind of fly. So it works out. Right? Yeah, fair enough. Even me, my dad was the same. Like my parents, they moved to the US for a little bit, and they show me photos of them in the US, and I was like, you know what? Fair. They got it on, man. I'm not gonna lie, for that time, for 1990 whatever, they got it on, man. They had that stuff on, and it was a cool style. Like, it's funny to look at all these like eras of fashion and like how people dressed in these periods, because it's like 90s was like really baggy stuff. Like they wear t-shirts down to like there. Well, the jorts were literally like they're basically to ankles, bro. Like, and then you go to summer, like to not summer till the 2000s, and it's like we're down to like these skinny bro, clothes. Like skinny jeans. Even 2010s until 2019 really. Yeah. Skinny jeans were in. They're still popping, they're still popping. To be honest, even to this day, they're still jeans. Bro. That was it? I had an addiction to spray on jeans. Spray on jeans. That time. I hear it though, because see, back in the day, bro. That was drip. No, when you had the skinny jeans, bro. Yeah, you were that was like yeah, spray on jeans was a time. And I think when I started wearing baggier clothes, it was like, damn, I feel normal. Bro, like by wearing baggy clothes is so much more comfortable. And it doesn't even need to be like crazy baggy. Like one thing, I had a period where it was like very baggy stuff. But the more I did that, I was like, bro, I don't even need to wear these like crazy baggy clothes. Like I like my jeans loose, but I don't like heel drag on my jeans. Nah, fair. Gets to a certain point where it's like, this is not even practical. I can understand it, but I think in Glasgow it rains all the time, and it's like, me personally, I don't be dragging sick, piss, cigars, delicious. Everything. Like, bro, I can't. Bro. The back of your heel all the time. I'm telling you. Even like people are doing heel drag on joggers. I'm like, too far. Too fair. It's not fair. So that takes us into, so obviously now that you're older and you start your own clothing brand, like how did the clothing brand come about, and like what was your inspiration behind the clothing brand just overall as well? Obviously you're wearing one of the tracksuits right now, so. Yeah, I think for me, I took a lot of inspo from like stuff I used to wear when I was younger. Because me personally, I've always been a tracksuit kind of guy. Yeah. And not even tracksuits alone. Like I do want to make other stuff. But I think the simple thing of starting with a tracksuit is I always talk to people, and I'm like, when I originally started, I didn't want to start tracksuits because I was like, oh, it's so basic and da. Yeah. The more I think about it, I'm like, end of the day, what do people wear on a daily basis a lot of the time in the UK? It is tracksuits. Yeah. So I'm like, the climate we're in, like you can make cool stuff. Like see a lot of American brands, I find it interesting because they can make different stuff because the climate is different. It's like all seasons typically, yeah. So like you'll have people in wintertime wearing like these really cool jorts and like a nice like top, like actual button-up shirt that's like kind of cropped and stuff like that, and you're like, oh, it's fly. But it's like, again, you can't really do that in this. Like you can, you're just gonna be freezing. That's for sure. Or like it's just some stuff like that. So I was like, when I wanted to make the stuff I wanted to make, it was more a thing of making it fit the way I like it. Because I feel like I do get some stuff and I'm like, I like the way this fits, but I want it to fit this way.
Yeah.
And then also I wanted it to be a thing of like, I know people are going to wear it and actually enjoy it too. So then I think a lot of it came from, I like Virgil a lot. I also like Kanye a lot. Kanye is actually really cool. Even though he's crazy right now. But hey, sometimes you need a little bit crazy, you know what I'm saying?
The best friend comes
You know what I'm saying? I say Kanye. Even like a lot of the UK streetwear brands. I'd say my favorite UK streetwear brand right now probably be Dramaco, and then my other favorite brand would be MKI, or Sage Nation. Sage Nation is not really streetwear; it's more like higher fashion. But I like Sage Nation too. I think a lot of those brands kind of, I'm not saying inspired me, but I looked at them and I was like, I like what they're doing. I don't really say I want even to do something similar, but I really want to just kind of go on my own wave.
Yeah.
A brand I really, really, really like, probably my favorite brands right now is, I think it's GV Gallery or Raspberry Hills or something like that. GV Gallery.
Right, yeah.
It's an American brand. They just make stuff, bro. And they just make cool stuff. And you just see like every single time I'm on the page, I see a sample, I'm like, this is actually insane.
Nuts, yeah.
And they're going crazy. Like they actually have like crazy sales across America.
Yeah.
So like for me, I like how a lot of these guys, like I like just being able to just make stuff that I think of in my head. Because I'm quite a creative person. I feel like a lot of times when I was younger, I'd stay up till like 2, 3 a.m. thinking of things. Because when I was a kid, used to make beats.
Producer.
I used to be a producer, bro. I can't lie. I'm being so dead ass. I had like a whole thing. I used to make beats. I don't even know where all the beats are now, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
But it was like when I was 9, 10, 11-ish, I was making beats. I play piano and I play drums. So I'd literally just be playing piano and I'd have ideas of beats and I'd just make them. So I feel like that kind of just translates to what I'm doing now, where it's like I have an idea for a product and I'm like, okay, how do I make that a reality? And then I'll usually draw it out, or I'll write down specific instructions for the product, and then I'll make it later on.
Just kind of figure out the rest as you go.
But obviously, I'm not the one that owns 5 Questions, in case people don't know, but it's me and my business partner, Lewis. And to be honest, 5 Questions wouldn't exist if it wasn't for him. So, yeah. I think like it was an idea for me, but he kind of helped me bring the idea to life because he does graphic design, and I can't lie, he's actually that nigga.
It's good, yeah. It's good,
he's actually goated, bro. I'll be honest with you. If you need a graphic designer in Glasgow, actually, you're not getting mine.
You said, I know, because so your first drop, how was that? Like, what was the experience with that? And like, what inspired the first kind of initial pieces that you guys made as 5 Questions?
So I think we wanted to go on a sporty theme. Like, see with the whole thing of 5 Questions, I think sport plays a big part because I study sports science, number one. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, I have a weird obsession with sport. Like I go through periods of each one. Like I had basketball for a period. Right now I'm on American football and I am actually obsessed. Like insanely. I don't know why.
Locked in for real.
Bro, I've been watching the draft, like all the draft stuff. If you go on my YouTube, you'll literally just see 20 NFL draft prospects, college football, NFL top 10s, all of that. That's all my YouTube is right now. Because I literally spend probably like 2 hours a day watching like NFL, American football stuff.
Highlights and stuff.
I think I'm inspired by that, probably because of my family. Because again, like American, like not American by default, like my family's Nigerian, but dad grew up there. I've not got, we don't really say it's my cousin, but it's a family friend who's in the NFL. His name's Felix Anudike. It's my dad's like close friend's son. I think he's at Kansas City right now. He's won a Super Bowl actually. Yeah, he won a Super Bowl.
Confirmed.
Yeah, he's rich.
Heavy hitter then. Heavy hitter then.
Yeah, bro, he's like that. I can't lie. He's big. He's not playing at all though. He's not getting game time, but he will soon enough. To be fair, because he's got the best team in the league. But I think I just found interest with the sport. So through sport, it kind of translated into the brand stuff. For example, if you look at a lot of the tracksuit, the first tracksuits up, the black ones was inspired a lot by retro kind of football style. And we wanted to keep it very like simple theme of that. Right. The next drop was inspired by boxing. I had a weird boxing obsession, as you can tell, which is why we had a Rocky logo. Yeah. This next one isn't really sporty inspired. It's more just kind of fun thing. But the next drops after that, you'll see like the more sport inspired. But I think keep a theme. Sport is a big thing in our brand, I'd say, because I think sports culture is something that's really helped me through my life. I think I wouldn't even be in Glasgow if it wasn't for football. Right. Probably a lot of things I wouldn't actually have been able to do if it wasn't for football. Yeah. So I really enjoy sport, and I think it's been pivotal to help
just
me.
the brand, yeah. How come you wouldn't have been in Glasgow if it wasn't for football?
Originally when we moved here, it was because it was cheaper, and also because I felt like for my football career when I was younger, I don't know why, I really was betting on myself, and I felt like my parents really believed in me too. I felt like in Aberdeen it was just, there was nothing. Like Aberdeen as a city is great. Like it's actually I'm lying, it's terrible. No, I hate Aberdeen. I can't lie. Like I hate going there. Whenever I touch the city, I just feel like all the memories of when I was younger. The city's so well. It was hella racist when I was younger. I don't know if it's changed now, but like I just don't enjoy the city at all.
It just kind of brings back bad vibes. Like,
yeah, like I remember, like bro, even this is a funny story, bro. When I moved to Glasgow, the first time I moved to Glasgow, I moved in 2019. Can't remember. No, 2020 or 2021. 2019 even. Yeah, 2019. Yeah. It's been 6 years, bro. What the heck? Jesus. Anyways, I moved to Glasgow, and I'd been in Glasgow for like 2 months. Bear in mind, so I hadn't really spoke to anyone from Aberdeen. Like I literally wasn't really talking to anyone, and like I kind of started becoming more confident in myself because when I was in Aberdeen, I used to think I was the most ugly person in the world, bro. I was like, these what made me feel like I was dumb ugly, bro. Yeah. Like I remember I used to think like, I had a girlfriend for a period when I was there. But even then, like, when I was moving, I was like to her, probably let's just break up because it's too far. The girl said no, and then I moved, and then she just stopped replying to my messages. I was like, all right, you could have just broken up with me when I said to break up. But even when I moved, like, one of the guys sent me a message asking about, like, my family or something like that. Like, I remember there was something that happened at my old high school. This is another reason why I wanted to move. A lot of stuff about my family just got exposed to the university. And like I didn't really not to the university, to the high school. Like people kept talking bad about my mum and dad. Yeah. People talked bad about my other family members, and I hated it. Like to a point where there was sometimes at lunch, I'd literally just go to the toilet and just sit there and cry, bro. Yeah. For like the whole lunchtime, and I was like, you know what? Like, mum and dad suggested it for your football career, and I was like, to be honest, for me, I just said, yeah, fudge it, let's go. Like I actually don't want to be here any longer. Yeah,
you want a more positive environment for yourself.
Yeah, and I think once I moved to Glasgow, it was kind of like a fresh start. It's like I didn't really need to have to worry about all my family stuff getting leaked and stuff. Not even leaked, but it's just more in a sense of like there was stuff I
in your business. Like,
yeah, it was like stuff I had nothing to do with me, but it's like I can't really do much about it when people are out here just like insulting my family and all that. Yeah, this boy sent me a message talking shit about my family to me randomly out the blue. Yeah. Like bear in mind, imagine you've moved city 2 months later and then someone just randomly comes out your way, not to reply to your story, send you a personalized message just of hate. Yeah. I just sat there, I was like, okay, sound. And I remember, like, I used to hate this boy so much for a period, and I was actually praying for. If I start saying information, people will know who I'm talking about. Like, this guy's dad's old, and I was sitting there thinking, like, the day something bad happens to him, like, I'm gonna be there, like, laughing at him. Like, I was praying on his downfall, but I actually sat there and I was like, nah, I need to heal, bro, because that's just too far. So I just prayed about it, and to be honest, now I'm past the situation where it's like, if I saw him, I'd even say hi, wish him the best, and just move on with my life, because, like, like, again, people say dumb stuff when they're young as well, and I can understand that. I also could have been I was a bit of a dick as well in high school, which I can admit to, because I felt like people were being a dick to me. So you know how sometimes you just
fire back to
someone else just because you're just letting it out, stupid stuff like that. And I literally met so many guys from high school who like I was mean to, but also not that mean to, but like I was just very on and offy with. Yeah, I really spoke to them and like actually had very nice convos with them. They're actually really
just cool people. Yeah,
yeah. And I'm just like I wish I was just like the way I am now then, which obviously you can't be because you're young. So that's why I don't get annoyed.
2020, you know what I mean? So
that's why I don't get annoyed a lot of these guys. Like, even though like I used to hate them, I don't really hate on them anymore because it's kind of just like life's
kind of move past it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what's the kind of future for Five Questions? You guys already had a few drops now, and obviously there's a few more things in the pipeline. Like, can you just kind of talk us through what some of those things are?
Shit, man. I don't want to say too much, bro. Nah. And we've got some ideas coming. I don't want to say too much about what we've got coming up, but we've got some really good stuff planned. And to be honest, like, I think 2025 is a big year for us as a brand. Yeah. I really want to push forward a lot with the brand and actually do stuff and just take it as far as I can. I think we're more in a building phase right now. I think for the next 2 years it's a building phase. It's not really like we're trying to become like this huge like mega brand. Type, yeah. We just need to keep building more and more and more and build our fan base, build our community more. Over time, I think that's the main thing right now. I can't really tell you what we have in store because I feel like it will ruin the surprise when it happens. Yeah. And I also don't want people to know what's going to happen because it's like long day.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? But we've got stuff planned and you'll see in it.
Fair. We'll be waiting out. And about your and even in the content side of things, like where do you like what's your trajectory? Like what sort of stuff would you want to be doing in like 2, 3, 4 years for argument's sake?
Weirdly enough, right? I really want to do more actual like showing the side of building the brand to my social media. less cringy way than like some brands do, but I want to really just show like the actual like hardship of what I'm doing day to day.
Yeah.
So I feel like I do a lot of stuff, and I don't really record it as much as I should.
Yeah.
Like even today, I think I've met about 3 different people for meetings. Like I've done so much stuff today that if I recorded, it's like
it's a good bank
easy
of content.
vlog.
To be like, okay, like this is what I do,
bro. Easy vlog.
Yeah.
So it's like I think that's one thing I need to do. I also need to get more phone storage space because I'm cooked, bro.
Bro, this storage space, it's not cheap, man.
Bro, I need to get like I've got the Apple
Like
Plus.
cloud thing.
That stuff ain't do nothing, bro. What? Tell me like half my storage is gone from my photos. I'm like, so why am I paying money for this every month?
How much are you even paying for?
Like £3 or something like that.
This guy, man. This guy.
Apple's taking my money, man. Them man, they're smart. They know what they're doing. But yeah, I think for my content, like I really want to push that kind of stuff. Also at the same time, I want to put more gym content out because I feel like I go gym quite a lot and I never really post stuff about it. And finally, I really want to show like the corporate stuff, not corporate stuff, but like I do want to work in corporate for a period of my life. I've always said this since like the last year. I don't know why. I just get the urge to work corporate. So I'm like, I want to really show like how I manage balancing corporate, my brand, and then other things I do on the side, like playing football as well. Yeah. Like doing stuff like this in a sense, doing my content. Like I just want to show like managing all my like busy schedule. Yeah. Essentially.
Just kind of show people like what is you get to on a day to day.
Exactly. Because I think people are intrigued. Like I think I'm an interesting character. That sounds so bad. But I think
you are though. You are. To be fair, you are. You are.
Anyways, I think I am an interesting character in it, so I think it'll be good content to get out. And also, I do hope, I'm praying to God that I go somewhere abroad for an internship so I can like show that. Because I think if I get that to show, my following will actually go up like 10, 20k overnight.
I think it's a good way to kind of show like diversity. To show that like not only are you like, let's say you're doing creative stuff here, you go to another place, you have to learn how people do things there, learn the way of people, and even just in corporate sense as well. Like there'll be different things that they do corporately speaking than up here. So
yeah, no, 100%. That's the thing I really want to try and get on, and I think it'll be interesting to show that. Like, yeah, I generally just want to be like, I work a lot, and I want to just show that I'm a workhorse. Yeah, basically.
You're doing a lot, yeah.
That nigga, dog.
When can we expect the next 5 questions drop then?
Well, we'll have these ready by Valentine's Day, by the grace of God.
This is the pink tracksuit.
Yeah, this pink tracksuit.
So you already do quite a lot now as it is before you even got into corporate work. So how do you balance all those things together?
To be honest with you, bro, it's low-key impossible. See with uni as well, right? I've gotten to this stage where I just wing it. I'll be honest with you, I just wing it, bro. Like, because a lot of the time, like, I actually don't have enough time for my uni work because of all this extra stuff. Like, I remember there was a period in October, I got booked for like 3 modelling jobs in a row. So I'm sitting here doing 3 modelling jobs while I have lectures, while I've got assessments, literally, and the classes I'm missing is the class I have assessments on. Yeah. So like, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, money or assessment? I chose the money, but but like, I think it's just a thing of like, I low-key know that like, if I need to lock in, I'll lock in. Like I can do the all-nighters, like no problem.
You'll be able to like make up for it later on.
I'll make up for it, yeah. Like I think my last resort is an all-nighter. It's like, okay,
like
worst case, we'll get it done by 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. Like worst case, no sleep, no nothing.
Just straight charging through.
Literally, bro. So I think like, as well for balancing a lot of these things, I think like, I also use like, I think my time management is actually a lot better now. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? I think I have a lot more time to actually like go into doing all these like crazy things that I want to do. And I think as well, like, a lot of the time you say you don't have time for things, but I'm telling you, bro, you have time. Like,
bro, this is something that I've had to really check myself on a lot the past year. Like a lot of times and a lot of things I've been like, oh, I don't have time for it, but then I'll say I don't have time for it, and I've sat for TikTok and I've sat on TikTok for an hour, and I'm like, well, because I did have a time for it.
Exactly.
I'm just not making the time.
You're not making the time for it. Because even like, I was saying the same about reading my Bible. Like I had set a challenge that I wanted to read the full Bible, and then I was like, okay, I didn't do it last year because I didn't have time. But even this year, I was like, let me just read it. And even times I'm like, I don't have time for it, I'm like, okay, it is 2 a.m. It is, even if it's 12, I'm like, and I want to go to bed, I'm like, if I want to go on TikTok for an hour, I could do it. So let me just read my Bible.
Real like, you make time for the things that you want to do.
Innit? Yeah. Like, if you can link a girl at like 2 a.m. for the booty call, but you can't do this thing that you've set a goal for yourself, then
you can't really say you don't have the time for it.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that for things that are going to make you money.
At all. Like if you aspire to do mad things.
That's what I'm saying. I know man that will spend more money on girl than they'll spend on their actual side hustle.
Nah, real.
Fact though. all right, you can't invest that money into your own thing, but you can invest it on girls. I think at the age I'm at right now, it's like, I don't even have, like, I think as well, I try and stress this to people, like, I'm actually trying to make it out. And it's not even like I'm like, oh, I need to be clothing brand, like, I just want to get, I know I can make money from other things, but I just want to be really financially comfortable to a point where, like, I know I can retire my parents. And that's, and that's been my main goal, like, in life. Like, when I was playing football, the only reason I played football is because I wanted to make it out, like, make millions of pounds, retire my parents. Like, I didn't actually care about going pro in football.
Like, love of the game or anything.
Like, I like the game, but it was like, the girls, the fame and all that, I didn't really give a damn, bro. Like, if I could retire my parents, I was happy, bro. Like,
that was the...
Do you know what I'm saying? That was my main thing. So even now, like, even more time I look at it, I was like, I'm happy I never went pro in football because I don't even think football in Scotland is sustainable for your lifetime.
What makes you say that?
Bro, they don't get paid that much. Like, even the Celtic and Rangers players, right? They get paid well, but it's like, they still have to get a job when they retire.
Yeah, fair.
So, like, for me, it's like, I don't see the point in doing something like that for so much in your life when you start to get a job when you retire. Like, you might as well just spend that time in an actual career where you'll have enough money that will sustain you throughout your whole life.
Scale up to that point anyway, so...
So, like, if you scale up to 100k a year by the time you're 30, 40, but you've been making money this whole time, all right, the baller's made his money, but he's still getting a job as something he doesn't like.
Yeah.
They're working as
just
construction
pushes
workers.
back you doing that, like, eventually, do you know what I mean?
Literally, bro.
Fair enough.
Which I think is, like, quite sad that, like, that's a state of Scottish football, but it is, though, at the end of the day. Like, you can make money again, like, and I'm not disputing that, but a lot of these men don't invest, and that's why a lot of football players go broke, a lot of basketball players go broke. Especially, and I don't want to say black people, but it is especially black people, especially in I don't actually want to say black people, actually. It's black people in a lot of times. It's very much Scottish. Maybe it's a poverty culture, right? Because I want to say black people impoverished, but I mean, like, a lot of black people who come over here, you don't really get put in the best situation. You have to live in worse areas and all this and that. So even Scottish players, I see, like, they'll do really well, but it's like, at the end of the day, like, they have so many expenses because their family's relying on them for a lot of these things.
They're the ticket out for their family to get out of a certain situation.
And now you're looking at it and it's like, damn, like, years later, like, they don't have enough money, bro. Like,
not at all, man. Not at all.
That's
because, like I said, they're not investing in other stuff, and then it's like, they're not even able to have the chance to invest because then their parents are relying on them to be, and so on and so. It's kind of like a repeating cycle.
Exactly. And this is what I rate about, like, I think I was looking at it, I was like, guys like Central C or even like Cole Buxton and all them lot, like, when you look at a lot of these groups, they've made sure that, like, their friends and their circle around them aren't just leeches, like, they're doing something. Even Central C, like, you're seeing him, his little brother is doing videography and photography for him. Yeah. So he's doing something that's part of the service, and he can now do that to other people. And making money on top of that. That's his brother now sorted in his own area, and he's doing that side thing. Yeah. He's got his boys that are rappers who are actually making music and actually getting views, and people are actually rating the music. That's another income to the team, which is, I don't know what they call themselves, but whatever their team is, that's another income to the Live Yours or whatever team that they call it, right? Then you've got the boys that started jewelry, like being jewelers recently. Yeah. His two boys that are doing that, where he was posting that on his story and all that on his mains. Another income source, again, to the team. Yeah. Like, again, I don't know how it's going to work for them. It might work, it might not, who cares? But I'm saying, like, I respect that he's actually getting his boys, like, they're actually doing something. Yeah. Because a lot of these men that are rappers, it's like, they're not doing anything. And it's like, you look at them, like, years later, they're back in the trap again, doing what they were back to. And it's like, it's kind of embarrassing. Like, you made it out, and now you're back in the place that you made it out from. Yeah, like,
you've worked hard to get out of it, only to end up back in the same kind of spot, I guess.
But I'm telling you. And I think it's so pointless, like, again, like, that's why I kept thinking, I was like, I'm so happy God didn't make me a football player. With a lot of these guys, it's like, it's not sustainable. So whatever you're going to do in life, it's like, for me, I want it to be sustainable, that I can do it, or I can find time. Exactly. I can find time to then pivot into something else. With football, you can't do that. With a lot of these things, you can't do that. And again, like, the way people are now and they're young, people just want the fastest money possible. Yeah. And like, even with clothing brand thing, guys are like to me, like, how do I start? And I'm like, bro, we both know you don't even have interest in this. So why are you
just want money? Like, there's other ways.
And let's be real, you're not gonna make, like, I'll be honest with you, I've not made a single penny. I'm not making money, bro. Yeah. Like, the money is there to be made in clothing stuff, but again, in the UK, it's a very difficult place to, like, do stuff because people only recognize you in the UK when someone big recognizes you. That's a fact, by the way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
100%,
like,
bro. 100%.
You can't do well in a clothing brand unless you've been recognized by someone.
You need to have, like, I think even clothing out with clothing brands, I feel like, unfortunately, the UK culture promotes very much like sheep mentality, where it's like, so once someone else like co-signs you, or once you get a certain accolade, then everyone's like, oh, okay, now it's time for me to jump on and start supporting what my man is doing.
No, I agree, and it's quite sad because it's like, bro, what a dumb mindset.
It's not good, bro. Yeah, it's not good, man. I think a lot of people have probably been robbed of a lot of good opportunities because they didn't have the said accolades, or they didn't have the said person who gave them the one up, bro. Because
I feel like that's the difference in UK and America, and this is another reason why I want to move to America once I'm actually once I got my UK passport. Nah, but like honestly, the UK is so amazing, but also so rubbish, bro. Because it's like, you actually, like, I was really thinking about it. I was like, a lot of the millionaires that you see in London, the reason they get their money from guys who made their money in other places and live in London now. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm saying? So like, obviously I'm not saying that you can't become a millionaire here, but it's like, becoming rich here is very hard, or like becoming very wealthy here is hard, because like, even if you set up a business, you need to leech off people who already have money for you to get money. Yeah. And unless, or you have to find a way to exploit people who have who don't have that much money. Yeah. And it's also like, I don't know, like I think it's just very like difficult. Whereas in America, you can go and like, clothing brand wise too, bro, everyone I see in America has a Hellcat and they own a brand.
Or SRTs and
SRT, and I'm like, where, like, does anyone just buy anything? And I look at the promos and all that, I'm like, I know guys in the UK that have been doing this for years.
Way longer, bro. Yeah.
Way longer. They've put hours. Their whole production is better. And these men just do one rubbish little reel of them swaying from side to side, being baggy jeans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then that's it. And I'm like, how, like, bro, like, it's crazy to me. Because it's like, you can't do that in the UK, bro.
And it will blow the same way that
it will never work, bro. Because people will be like, oh, he's cringe, or this and this and that. Like, and again, like, it's just mad because in America, like, there's so many ways you can blow, bro. And it's jarring that, like, in the UK, you can't do the same. Obviously, America's population is like, what?
Like 10 times more, basically.
10 times more. But again, like, people.
But I think even just a mindset that people have, like, population aside, I think even if you had that same American mentality, but in the UK, I think it would still push the creative scene stuff further.
I'm telling you. And people, this is another thing I hate about people in the UK. They hate when people start doing well. Central C was small, people were loving him. He starts doing well in America, people start hating on him. And I was like, you're not cool because you want to hate on him. Now he's making money. Shut up. Like, what are we doing? We're actually hating on guys. One of the first UK rappers to break the USA scene, right? People from the UK are now hating on him. Why? Of course he wants to break the USA scene. Because you guys are fucking stupid, bro.
I remember I had this conversation with my sister. I was saying to her, I was like, look, like, I remember, like, growing up, I used to see people, like, let's say, like, I don't know, you're going to school, right? And, like, you see someone driving a nice Range or, like, a Ferrari or some shit like that. People be like, oh, like, look at him, he thinks he's big, he's a big guy, I think he's big bollocks. And I'm just like, he just drives a nice car. Like, you guys are literally woken up, saw this guy driving a nice car, and you said, yeah, him. Yeah, he's good.
Bro, hate like, mentality, bro.
I don't understand this. I think even growing up, I'm seeing that even more, and even at a bigger scale, to see, like say us two are doing a madness. I feel like certain people who
we get hate, bro.
Do you know what I mean? There's certain people who be like, oh,
wait, can I even talk about this, bro? I was on live, right, on TikTok. This guy wrote comments on it. He's like, you became so obnoxious since or something like that. I think he said something about like how I'm like cocky, and I said to him, you have no idea who I am, and you're coming on here telling me that I became cocky in my life because I'm confident. And I was just kind of like, I found it kind of jarring because it's like, again, you don't know anything about me. You don't know what I've been through. You literally see a couple of videos on social media and you're coming to me talking about I'm acting a bit more cocky because I'm more confident. Yeah. And I'm kind of like, I looked at the comment and I just said to him, I was like, actually shut up, bro. I said, first of all, you're getting upset at me for being more confident in videos. Are you paying my bills? Are you making the videos for me? Yeah. No. You don't make videos too. So shut up. Like, you're coming to me as if you're like the guy. Yeah. And I hope he sees this because, like, respectfully, like, bro, you don't know like, I'm not even trying to hate, but like, you don't actually know anything about me. Yeah. And you're coming in that saying because I seem more confident. And if my confidence scares you, then don't watch my videos.
That's one thing I've never understood about.
Like, respectfully, take me off your thing, block me. I actually don't lose anything. Yeah. Because, like, I don't understand, like, what is that going to do to you? Because, like, if I'm confident, bro, how's that affect you?
Yeah, nah, real. Doesn't really make a difference in his life, does it?
Literally, bro.
You know what I mean? You've got more or less 8,000 followers on TikTok, right? And some of your videos do, like, really, really well. So, is that something that you see often, that, like, people sometimes just comment random stuff just on TikTok, just hate.
To be honest, most of it's really nice stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I think people just like my fits, and a lot of them are people who's just being like, oh, I like this, that, whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I get a lot of lurkers, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Like just stalking people.
Yeah, like, I remember a guy was like, oh, I love your videos, didn't follow me. I was like, okay. So, how'd you like my videos?
Since every single one doing good follow.
Literally. But this again comes to my point of, I feel like it's a I don't know, I think it's a Scottish thing. Like, people are weird in Scotland about that. Like, I don't know, like, I think people like say they like to see people in Scotland succeed in things, but deep down, do they really? I don't know. I mean, Scotland's got a very jealousy like kink. I don't know. That's the only way I can explain it, bro. Like,
I hear.
People love to just be jealous of people in Scotland for some reason. And it's like, even the GIMP thing, like, if I made videos around the time that I was making videos and comedy videos, I probably would be a millionaire by now. And I'm not even joking. Like, I could have been so much bigger right now.
Fair.
But again, God's plan, whatever, right? And I'm pretty happy I didn't. But I think it's a gimpy thing where people are like, oh, you're making videos, that's weird. Like, what are you doing? And then now it's changed where it's like everyone's like, oh, I want to make content. Oh, I want to make content. Oh, I want to make content.
Yeah, now it's cool to be doing these things. Yeah.
All right, okay, all right. Let's see how long you guys keep it up for. Yeah,
It's so unfortunate though, because I feel like it's something that stops people from doing so much. Like, I was recently having a conversation with a friend of mine, and he was like, I don't have anyone personal on my Instagram, and I was like, oh, how come? He's like, to be honest, I just don't want people like that I know to be looking at my stuff and judging me and stuff. And I was like, this is quite sad that like people feel like they need to restrict themselves and what they do because
that's his own problem though, to be honest. I think that's not a mindset you need to have, especially if you're doing content or you're doing anything like that. Realistically, bro, you can't be sitting there saying to yourself like, I don't want people to see.
No, but what I'm saying is I get why. I'm not saying
you get what he's saying to an extent,
I get why you would feel that way, because it's like, bro, if you, like, say for example, even I remember I when I first started making content like ages ago, I only made like 1 or 2 reels just random, just to test the waters, right? Or not, it wasn't even reels. I think I just posted a photo or something. And you know how like sometimes like creators, they'll tag the brands that they're using in the post or whatever and stuff. Tagged a few, and people are like, oh, so what? You think you're a content creator now, yeah? That's the sort of comments I was getting my thing, and I was thinking, I was like, if that's the comments that you're getting when you post that, I understand why someone would be like, you know what, I don't actually want to post. Because every time I post now, these man is going to be clowning me, be like, oh, haha, what, you think you're a big man? It's that sort of stuff where it's like, you can see why I'd be like, you know what, I see why they don't want anyone personal to their page.
I get that.
I don't agree. I don't think you should have to do that, and I've moved away from that.
I think I think it is a mindset that, I won't say weaker, but I think it's a mindset where you're not confident enough to make the content yet. To an extent.
Yeah. I think you need to grow a bit.
You need to grow a bit before you make content if you're still going to be scared of those kind of things. And I'm not hating on them at all. I just think, like I said, bro, you're going to get judged. Like, you're going to post a video and people are going to be like, oh, that fit
don't
stinks.
like that, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, and that's the game, bro. Yeah. That's literally the game. Anything you do is going to happen, bro. I remember times you playing football, you think you play a good game, your coach is like to you, you played terrible.
Looking at him like, yeah, I'm going to bench you this time, bro.
I'm like, what the heck do you mean? Like, nah, you played ass. And I'm like, all right, damn. Do you know what I mean? So, again, like, I think it's just believing in your own sauce, keep making the videos and trying to experiment and see what people like.
Nah, for sure. Because I think the worst thing's going to happen is, okay, yeah, they'll say that, but like you said, they're not paying your bills. Imagine a brand comes to you and says, oh, we like that video you did, that you tagged us in. Let's get cracking with some work.
By the way, can we just discuss this? If you comment a hate comment on someone's branded video, please check yourself. Please. Because, like, if I knew someone personally that was doing that, like, if you did that to someone, I'd actually slap you in the face.
You're like, what are you doing? Because
that's the most dumbest, most evil thing you could do to a creator. I'll be honest. Not evil, but it's like so, like, it's so dumb, bro. Yeah. Like, bro, if your creator friend gets a brand deal, let me tell you what you do. Comment saying whatever the product is, hashtag need that. Hashtag want that. Whatever you're going to say, hype it up, say you want that product, and it helps you, bro. That's what you do.
Yeah. That's how you support them.
That's how you support them. If you want to support your friends that do content, especially when they get branded deals, bro, spam that with comments.
Yeah.
Get your spam Instagram, get your spam Instagram, get that account you used to stalk people on as well. I know girls have that.
Bro, let's not get into that. I know a lot of people have that too, you know.
I know so many people that have that. Get that comment too now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the more comments they get on that account, bro, it will help you a lot.
It shows the brand that, like, okay, this person has a strong, like,
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. So, like, I think that's one thing, especially, like, with content. Like, even me, I got my Levi's brand deal, and I remember everyone was posting, like, love about it, and I was like, damn, y'all really love me.
It's first, man. It's a ha.
Smiling at you, I was like, Nah, but it was crazy.
Man,
but yeah, I think especially like with people, your friends doing that, bro, repost, like it, get everything, like get as much exposure as it can. Cause
100, man. 100.
if your boy wins, promise you're gonna win too.
Bro, like, and that's one thing that I feel like, again, come back to UK mentalities, I feel like it's a seriously mindset where people feel like, okay, like if you win, all of a sudden I can't win because you have it all. And it's like, guys, the table is so big. Like, the table has never even been, it's never been bigger than now.
Like everyone and their mum can eat these days.
Bro, like I don't understand why people feel the need that like this competitive mindset, and especially in Glasgow where the table is tiny even. So
the funny thing is, the table's even big here. Just trust me, I won't say like the white man are eating, but like, bro, white man are making their bread.
Yeah, real.
Especially like for example, PRTY. Them brothers is making bread.
Yeah.
They're doing their thing, bro. One Lux making bread.
Yeah.
High Lux making bread. I don't know how much bread these guys are. I don't know if they're really all making bread, right? I'm just saying, a lot of these guys that own businesses, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
And again, like, bro, like everyone can eat. It's very evident.
Yeah.
We have 5 reseller shops in Glasgow. We have 5 retail shops in Glasgow that came from reselling Panda Dunks, bro. Like, what are we talking about? Literally, that's the definition of everyone ate.
Yeah, real. Bro, reselling was probably like, I remember because I used to resell, bro. Reselling is probably one of the biggest things you could probably do in like 2018, to, like before COVID, basically.
Bro, I'm telling you.
COVID, that was like the money move that you could use.
Bro, when you were 14, 15,
yeah,
you were reselling?
Money was making sense, bro, when you're doing that. So
I'm telling you. And if you had refund method as well, easy money. I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I've never done that. But
I don't endorse that, by the way. Just
yeah, so I endorse that stuff. Anyways. But nah, like I said, like there's so much food, bro, and I feel like people don't understand. Like there's so many nice coffee shops that are owned by local people that literally like there's so many people that are doing small things and doing well for themselves. Events companies, all this. Like, bro, everyone can eat. We just need to people just need to be supportive of each other.
100%.
And again, like you don't lose anything. Even me, I see it as a thing of, if you can't repost my stuff, I'm not going to repost yours. There's certain guys that used to repost their stuff and they'd never repost my stuff. So I was just like, all right, charge.
Fair.
I was like, it's not me even saying like it's a bad thing, but it's just like, I feel like it's just at that point where it's like, I've noticed this a lot as well in Glasgow. Like I will be very helpful with people at the start of what they do, and then when they start doing bigger, I don't really get the same
like love from
like
you
or like them. For example, I used to look up to a lot of people, and now I look it back and I'm like, I used to look up to you. I'm like, I'm actually above you now, respectfully in a way like that. But I'm like, I'm actually ahead of you now. And it's like, I used to think that you were like this person that's like so cool and so crazy. But it's like,
smoke and mirrors kind of situation.
Yeah, it's like, oh well, damn, we're ahead now. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think that's another thing. Like, if I can be honest with you, even me, don't see me as a role model. Don't see anyone you see in this scene as a role model, bro. Yeah. Because eventually you're gonna know them, and then once you know these people, you realize like, oh, just a regular guy.
Well, that's one thing I always say about celebrities. Like, I've never understood why. Like, don't get me wrong, I understand it's one thing to like admire someone, or not admire, but like to look up to someone and say, okay, like they do cool things, and I admire what they do in it. You know what I mean? But then it's a completely different thing to worship this person, because when you meet this person, you realize they're just another person. Like, don't get me wrong, there might be a cool person, might be lovely, might be a nice person, but they are, at the end of the day, just another person. Okay, yeah, we'll wrap up there then. It's been good to have a conversation with you, man.
I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for having me, yeah?
For sure. And we'll catch you guys in the next one.
See you lot.